Welcome to Polyglot's Language Academy. I'm Tim Darwinkle. Today I'm reading A Self-Made Man by Stephen Crane. This is an adapted version for beginners. The original text and an intermediate version are available at polyglots.co. Let's begin. Tom had a hole in his shoe. It hurt, especially on wet streets. On rainy days, he felt he was walking on frozen coins, even though he had no money. To protect his foot, he put 4 playing cards in his shoe as an extra sole. The cards lasted only half a day. Once he used 4 aces for luck. That morning he went downtown to find work and was refused. That night he saw he had no more aces. One day he walked slowly down Broadway. He was looking for work, but he tried to stay calm. He smoked a cigarette and walked like a rich man. He acted like success. If the cards in his shoe, the king, queen, 2 and 3, had not reminded him he was poor, he might have gone into a shop and bought something. That morning he had borrowed 5 cents from his landlady for tobacco. He owed her a lot of money for his room and food, but she trusted him. His confidence was big, and it grew even faster than his debt. So he kept walking and smoking, still sure his luck would come. Suddenly, he saw an old man sitting on a railing and smoking a clay pipe. This was unusual on Broadway. Tom stopped to look. The old man stared back with a hopeful face and shaking hands. Tom did not understand. He threw away his cigarette, took another, and went closer. Got a match? Tom asked. The old man almost fell. Sonny, can you read? He said in a shaky voice. Of course, Tom said. I've been waiting for an honest boy for almost a week, the old man said. I've sat on this railing for 6 days. He took a letter from his pocket. Please, read it for me. Tom opened the letter and read, even while trucks made noise and people bumped his arm. Office of Ketchum R. Jones, Lawyer, Tin Can, Nevada, May 19, 18. To Rufus Wilkins. I have not heard from you about the bank draft. I mailed on June 25. For the sale of your north lots, please answer at once. I also sold 3 corner lots for $5,000 each, and 10 acres of sagebrush land for $4,000. The land you once tried to give away. Mr. Simpson from Boston bought it. He is clever, but new to the West. Send me your New York's lawyer's address, and I will send the papers. Please write about the draft from June 25. Tin Can is growing fast. Railroads, a bank, electric lights, a planned streetcar, factories, a church, and more. The future is bright. Tom stopped. I think the important part was at the start, he said.
Yes, cried the old man. I knew it. George has taken his father's money.
The old man shook with grief. 2 tears ran down his face. Come on, Tom said gently. Be strong. You need a lawyer. Make George return the draft.
Really?
The old man asked. Sure, Tom said.
All right. Where do I find one?
The old man cried, climbing down. Tom thought, well, I could be your lawyer, he said.
What? You are a lawyer and a reader?
The old man said, amazed. I can act like one, Tom said. You only need a strong face. The old man grabbed Tom's arm.
Come then. We'll put the screws on George.
Which means press him hard. They turned a corner and walked down a side street. Tom filled himself with confidence. He was ready to look brave and smart. They stopped at a brown stone house. The old man climbed the steps like a soldier. He opened the door. They walked through a dark hall to a back room. A man sat at a table, eating a very late breakfast. He had a diamond pin on his shirt and a bit of egg on his cuff.
George,
Said the old man in a fierce voice.
this is my lawyer, Mr. Smith. We want to know what you did with the draft sent on June 25.
George's coffee spilled. His finger squeezed a piece of bread. He stared, pale and afraid. Tom stood tall and silent, with a very legal look. His eyes watched George like 2 small cameras.
Father, what do you mean?
George stammered.
What do I mean?
The old man growled.
I mean the draft. Give it back, or we'll put pressure on you.
I I was only borrowing it for about a month, George said. Ah, said Tom. George jumped at that little word. He began to shake. The room went quiet. The old man tried to think of more angry words. Tom said nothing. He only stared.
Well,
George whispered at last. I suppose I can write a check. I was only borrowing it. Father, you were not fair with lawyers and threats, but I'll write the check. The old man looked at Tom.
well,
Tom waited a moment, then said coldly, We will accept the check. George stood up and wrote a very large check. Tom's heart almost jumped into his mouth. As they left, Tom gave George one last lawyer look that turned him into jelly. On the sidewalk, the old man shouted with joy. He praised his lawyer again and again.
you settle him.
He cried. They walked back toward Broadway.
The scoundrel,
The old man said.
I will leave him. I will find a quiet boarding house and.
That's fine, Tom said. I know one. I'll take you there. And he did. After that, things almost stayed happy. The old man rented the front room at Tom's boarding house at high rates. Tom enjoyed the landlady's smiles, which were useful in business. The old man, rich in sagebrush land, believed Tom had every good quality. His opinions helped Tom too. He knew a man who knew another man who then hired Tom on excellent terms. Tom learned why he had failed before. He did not know a man who knew a man. Soon Tom became Thomas G. Somebody. He reached the level where he could ask for good wine, even in poor restaurants. His name was linked with Wilkins in owning big valuable land in Tin Can, Nevada. Today, he is important. He eats small lunches that cost a lot. People say he climbed to success with bravery, hard work, and honest character. Newspapers ask him for advice. He writes long articles for young men on how to get rich. He proudly mentions the cards in his shoe: the king, queen, two, three, and the four aces. He lovingly remembers the nickel he borrowed for cigarettes as the start of his journey. To succeed in life, he writes, a young person only needs to see an old man sitting on a railing, smoking a clay pipe, and then go and ask him for a match. That was A Self Made Man by Stephen Crane. Thanks for listening to Polyglot's Language Academy. For transcripts, leveled versions, and more free resources, visit polyglots.co. See you next time.